The day the quietest kid in class finally shattered. Nobody ever imagined tiny, soft-spoken Jonah could raise his voice at anyone. This was the kid who once apologized to the whiteboard after accidentally smudging a corner of it. Every day after lunch, he stayed behind wiping tables while everyone sprinted to recess. He'd hum this little tune his grandpa taught him while picking up trash. Other kids dropped. Teachers adored him. He reorganized supply bins for fun, and once spent his entire Christmas money on new markers for the art room. He was pure sunshine wrapped in a cardigan, and he adored his best friend, Mateo, who had moved here from Honduras only a few months earlier. Mateo barely spoke in class, always hovering close to Jonah because Jonah was the only kid who slowed down enough to understand him. At events, when Mateo's mom stood alone, not understanding anybody, Jonah would run to her with a translation app pulled up, smiling like she was his family. But in our class, there was Harper. Harper ruled our grade like a mini tyrant and used her popularity like a weapon. She tripped kids as a joke, destroyed projects by accident, and her followers laughed on command. Every time she purposely spilled her food tray so Jonah would clean it up, he'd just quietly say, maybe she's having a hard day. He genuinely believed being kind could fix people. For Mother's Day, Jonah had been helping Mateo make the most stunning card I've ever seen a 10-year-old create. Mateo practiced writing a message in Spanish, gracias por ser mi luz en el mundo, over and over until his hand cramped. They painted bright tropical flowers from Honduras, researched them during library time, and Mateo kept telling everyone how excited he was to give something to his mom she could finally read and understand. The day before Mother's Day, we were finishing our final touches when Harper swaggered over. She snatched the card right out of Mateo's hands. "What even is this?" she announced like she'd found a biohazard. Mateo whispered, "Give it back." But she raised it above her head and started reading the Spanish words in the ugliest, most mocking voice imaginable. Jonah stood up slowly. "Please give it back," he said. "He worked really—" Harper cut him off. "Maybe his mom can't read it because she's too stupid to learn English like everyone else." Then, making eye contact with Jonah the entire time, she began ripping the card apart, piece by piece. The classroom fell silent. Jonah's whole body trembled. His face turned a terrifying shade of red I'd never seen on him. And then he exploded. "You're a monster, Harper!" he screamed. His voice was so loud teachers ran from other rooms. "All you do is destroy anything beautiful because you can't stand that people love each other." Everyone froze. Jonah never yelled. Jonah never even frowned. "You throw your food on the ground so I'll clean it up like I'm your servant. And everyone pretends to like you, but they call you pathetic when you're not around." Harper's jaw dropped, but Jonah was only getting started. "His mom loves him more than your mom will ever love you, because at least she shows up to things without being drunk. And at least she doesn't have to buy friends for her kid." Her face drained of color, but Jonah wasn't done. "You threw away Lily's retainer and her mom had to work an extra shift to buy a new one. You told everyone Malik smelled bad when you know his family is living in their car. You made fun of Evan's dead dog the day he told us. You think being pretty and rich makes you special, but really, you're just empty and jealous of anybody who has something real." He dropped to his knees, sobbing, trying to gather the shredded pieces of Mateo's card. "This was the first thing he could give his mom that she could read," he cried. "And you ruined it because you can't stand that he loves someone." Harper tried to speak, but Jonah cut her off through his tears. "I feel sorry for you. You're going to grow up exactly like your mom, fake and miserable. And everyone is going to pretend to like you while knowing who you really are." By now, Jonah was crying so hard snot ran down his face, but he didn't care. "Everyone hates you, Harper. They're just scared you'll be mean to them." The principal had to physically carry Jonah out because he was sobbing too hard to stand.